Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Sunday night, which means it's trad beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight is from Beartown. The beer is Skinful, and Beartown are new to the channel. It's the first time I've had a beer on the channel. I've had a few of their beers in pubs in and around Stoke-on-Trent on many occasions, and they're all delicious, particularly the creme brulee. But Skinful I've not tried. And I'm excited to try this one because I love a bitter. And this is a traditional hop-forward bitter with a dry finish. It weighs in at 4.2% ABV. And I actually picked it up in my local bargain booze for £2, I think it was. It's a 500ml bottle. And it says to look at the beer, it's amber bronze in colour. On the nose, it's biscuity, nutty with toffee bits. And the taste is malty, spicy and earthy. So hopefully it's going to taste nice. And on the side of the bottle it says that Beartown Brewery have been crafting beer that endures for over 2 decades, taking patience and spirit. You'll find plenty of both in the good people of Beartown. Here we like to think that it's not just a beer that's full of character. The story of how the town Bible was sold to buy a bear is spoken far and wide. Facing the wrath of the townspeople, the decision was made by the bear warden of 1632. You might ask yourself what led the warden to do such a thing. Such brazen courage changed the town forever, leaving a lasting, special kind of legacy to this day. Here in Beartown, we may not be perfect, but we are sure capable of perfection. Big words, perfection. Hopefully it is. Let's find out. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. So, we are pouring into my Titanic pint glass today. The pour is... it's the expected colour. Look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful looking. Look at that. Let's try and get a bit of a head. There we go. So, we have a typical looking bitter. It's chestnut brown, amber colour with an off-white head. About a finger's worth. Clear as a bell. We've got a little bit of carbonation rising up from the nucleation points in the bottom of the glass. Up close and personal, that's your beer. You can just see my face through it. Looks good, doesn't it? Does look good. Let's have a whiff. That brings the kind of joy that hue you can dream of. It's brown, it's twiggy, it is malty. There's a hint of the toffee. Nuts maybe, but there's a fruity character to it as well. Smells divine. It's not very strong, but what is there is smelling rather lovely indeed. So it looks good, smells delicious. See what it tastes like. Cheers. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. It is really quite nice. Body's where you'd expect it to be. Medium weight, light carbonation, smooth and silky in the mouth. It's quite soft as well. The malts are really quite sweet. You've got almost like a crystal malt coming through, that kind of vibe. There is a residual hop bitterness on the back end. It's classic. It is prominent as the flavours develop. Really nice. There is a fruity character. There is a caramel toffee type character. It is malty. It is twiggy. And I say that in the nicest possible way because I love twigs. And this is lovely. It's the kind of beer you could sit and drink by a fire in the winter, or equally in the summer by the bucket load, by a canal, or in a country pub somewhere, out the way, chilling. It's delicious. The finish is where most of the bitterness resides, and it just gets better and better. It's got that beautiful malt character. And almost, I mean, it says earthy. I get it. I do get the earthiness of what they're saying. but the malts are just beautiful. And that bitterness is just lingering on the back end of your tongue. It's lovely. Bravo, Skinful. So, Skinful. See if it gets some points, shall we? That's the beer. It says amber bronze, yes. Biscuity, nutty, toffee, yes. Malty, definitely spicy. Not so much spicy, but earthy, I get that. Let's give it some points, shall we? Let's go to the scoreboards of joy. And the Aid Memoir from Untapped says that Beartown Skinful has had 1,600 check-ins and an average of 3.35, which I think is a little low. I honestly think it's a little low. My scoreboard of joy is currently blank, void of anything at all. So we're going to give it some points. So first of all, the appearance of the beer. It looks like a bitter should. It's that right kind of brown. It's, for all intents and purposes, crystal clear. And you've got a nice off-white head. Well, there's not much of it left, but there was a non-cask with a sparkler. That would be sitting there for the entirety of the pint and give you some beautiful lacing on the way down. It's a damn good looking beer. I cannot fault it. It's going to get a point from me for the looks. The aroma delivers on what a bitter should. It's malty, it's twiggy, it's brown. You get the hops, you've got a fruity character, and it's kind of like a raisins type thing going on. Something a little bit sweeter as well. And of course, you've got that little hop character that just pokes its nose through. But the fruitiness of this one really does come through. Lovely. It's not the strongest aroma, but that's not taking away from it in any way, shape or form, because it's really rather nice. If it was stronger, it would get a full point, but it's going to get the 0.75 from me. Everything that is there on the nose is lovely. I just want more of it. The body, I cannot fault at all. It's the right weight. It's the right level of carbonation. It's got beautiful soft mouthfeel. Gets a full point for the body. And the taste. Well, it would be rude not to go back in for a reminder, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I love that fruity character that comes through. It's almost like a sweet cakey type thing, you know, like a Dundee cake. I get the nuttiness now. As the flavours develop in your mouth and you have a few more sips, it changes. You get that nutty flavour. You get beautiful hops. You get that slight crystallised malt thing going on and a lovely bit of hop bitterness to boot. You know where I'm going with this one. It's getting the full point. And the finish. Like I say, the finish is where you get most of the bitterness, and as it fades, you get that nice malt profile and almost like a malt loaf type thing going on. It's beautiful. It's getting a full point. So it's got 4.75 out of 5 from me. The value for money tick box. Does it get one? I think so. I say £2 a bottle in my local bargain booze. Can't knock it. Buy again? Absolutely, I will. And it can't have a bonus point, sadly, because it didn't get the full 5 out of 5. But it's not far off it. So yeah, Skinful from Beartown has got 4.75 with 2 of the extras on the side. Not half bad at all for the first beer from the brewery. So, roll up the sleeves, get this one down me, thoroughly enjoy it, get the video up for your viewing pleasure, and yeah, there we go, it's Sunday. Tomorrow, my new sofa arrives, finally. Thanks SCS for the delay. My bottom has been looking forward to it for many, many months now, and it's finally coming tomorrow. So there we go. I'm going to leave it there and say that has been the Skinful from Beartown Brewery. I've been Nick. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got the like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish, and I will see you again next week for another one. Bye.